Hi, this is the lecture from Precal Academic, Friday, August 26th. We're going to talk about, we're starting on P7 on the notes. Okay. Start using a microfiber, works a lot better than the eraser. Oh, we got a nice.
A lot better. It's not correct anymore.
That's satisfying. That's oddly satisfying.
Like this, right?
Is this enough? Like, see the notes? What did I miss?
You said a couple of. Even little strands that you put wait, go up. Right there. No, right in front of your face.
That looks so good.
Thank you. All right. B7. Thank you. All right. Heading 1, solve no calculator. So we're going to solve these, and then in your notes above solve, write interval notation. We want to put the solution in interval notation. And we're also going to graph it on a number line. Interval notation graph on hashtag line. All right, we're looking for all the x such that x, the absolute value of x minus 3 is less than 4.
No.
You guys know how to do these? Remember how to do this in algebra 2? We just talked about in algebra 2 today. So we got to get x by itself, right? We got to break it out of the absolute value bars, right? We can't add 3 yet. We got to break everything out of these absolute value bars. How do we do that? Yeah, so how do we do that? We take x minus 3, we write it in parentheses, we put in front of that a plus or minus symbol, and it's still less than 4. Okay? Okay. This becomes 2 different equations, guys. I'm going to keep the plus in one of them, so I'm going to have x minus 3 less than 4, and then the other, inequality, it becomes 2 different inequalities. And the other inequality, I'm going to have negative quantity x minus 3 is less than 4. So I haven't distributed the negative yet, so I'm just trying to illustrate this for you. First inequality, I just solve by adding 3 to both sides. And x is less than 7. This other one, I got to distribute the negative. I get negative x plus 3 is less than 4. Subtract 3 from both sides. Negative 1 is less than 1. Negative x is less than 1. How do I solve for x here? So I have to divide both sides by negative 1. What do I do when I multiply or divide by a negative? I flip it. Yep, so I have x. I flip the inequality symbol. It's greater than negative 1. Here are my 2 solutions. I want all the x that are greater than negative 1 and less than 7, okay? So anytime I multiply or divide by a negative, I flip the inequality symbol. I flip the inequality symbol. I flip the inequality symbol every time I multiply or divide by negative. It's on video, okay? So in 2 weeks, direct you back to YouTube. Okay. Anyone know how I graph this? Anyone know?
Oh, yeah.
Abby, you know? All right. Yeah. What draw here? Yeah. So I'm going to draw the number line with negative 1 and 7, and I'm going to denote them on the number line with open circles. Why do I use an open circle? right? So if there is an or equal to underlined underneath these inequality symbols, I do a solid dot. If there's not, if it's just less than or just greater than, I do a hollow circle. Okay? Where do I shade? Where do I shade? In between, right? I want all the x that are greater than -1 and then less than 7, and where those two intervals overlap is right in the middle here, okay? Okay. How do I write this inequality in interval notation? We want our solutions in interval notation. How do I do that?
It's a parenthesis, -1, comma.
Good job. So we're going to write the two endpoints of my interval here, -1 to 7. Okay, I'm going to put a comma in between them, just so I know that it's not -17, it's -1 and 7. And then what kind of grouping do I put around them, and why? Parentheses, right? Why do I use parentheses here? Yeah, so hollow circles, if there's something represented by a hollow circle on my graph, I use parentheses. Okay? What if it's a solid dot? Then what do I use? Square bracket, yeah, square brackets. Okay, so extended time people, you should be heading over. Right? Yeah. I don't know if we're going to do these up. Definitely not. So no homework today. Goodbye. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Okay, and then part B. Absolute value of x plus 6 greater than or equal to 5. All right, what do I do first? I gotta get x by itself, guys. What do I do first?
Parentheses, yeah.
Plus or minus, right? Parentheses plus or minus greater than or equal to 5. All right.
Now you separate.
Yeah, now I separate it. I'm going to have an x plus 6 is greater than or equal to 5, and I'm going to have a negative x plus 6 is greater than or equal to 5. Okay?
Wait.
Is it good so far?
So it'd be -x minus 6.
So this one on the left is pretty straightforward, just minus 6 on both sides. X is greater than or equal to -1. Okay, this one on the right, negative x minus 6 is greater than or equal to 5. So let me write this higher. So x plus 6 is greater than or equal to 5. Subtract 6 on both sides. X is greater than or equal to -1. Okay, this other one I have negative x plus 6 is greater than or equal to 5. Okay. Distribute the negative, I get negative x minus 6 is greater than or equal to 5. Add 6 to both sides. Negative x is greater than or equal to 11. All right, Michael, how am I going to solve for x here? Got both sides by -1, right? And what do I have to do the inequality symbol when I do that? There we go. There we go. And x is less than or equal to -11. Okay? Yeah, Caleb? Yeah, real quick. All right, Jack, how do I graph this on a number line? -1, I need -11. Okay, what do they get? Solid dots or hollow circles? Solid dots. So I want all the x that are greater than or equal to -1. So what's that? What do I shade for that? All the x that are greater than or equal to -1. So I'm going to go to the right of -1, right? And I'm going to go to the left of -11. How do I represent that in interval notation? There's a little break in between them. You might not know how. Yeah, so would you know how to write, for this first interval on the left, Colleen, would you know how to write the interval notation? So we go from negative infinity
Oh, God.
to negative 11, right? And then this gets a square bracket, and this infinity always gets a parenthesis.
And then it'd be -1.
And then the other one is what? Negative 1 comma infinity. Does infinity get a parenthesis or a bracket? Always gets a parenthesis, yeah. And then how do I combine them? I just draw a union in the middle. Union.
What? Dude, I could use
Don't call me dude, please. Oh, yeah.
My bad.
That's okay.
I was like 160.
What's going on? He just dropped his bottle.
Yeah.
I swear this classroom. I've never.
Just hanging out there. Like, oh, he was just floating. I opened the door.
Right now, right, part C, right? Part C. Absence of 2x minus, guys. I don't want to do a seating chart here, but I will if I have to, okay? Okay. I'm getting quiet down, so it's not fair to people who don't want to horse around right now to distract them, okay? Alright, what do I do first? Put in parentheses, plus or minus on the outside. Plus 3 plus 3. Okay. Alberto, what do I do now? So this becomes plus or minus, yeah? This becomes nice. Yep. Nice. Good. Yep. Nice. Alright, add 1 to both sides. Okay, divide by 2. X is less than or equal to 2. X less than or equal to 2. Right here, distribute the negative. Okay. Yeah, that's how it's oh yeah, real. Negative 2x is less than or equal to 2. How do I solve negative 2x is less than or equal to 2? Divide by negative 2, and then you know what I do with the inequality symbol? When I divide by negative 2, gotta flip it, yeah. I get x is greater than or equal to negative 1. Okay, how do I graph this? Madeline, you know how I graph this? Close dots, good job. So I want x is greater than or equal to negative 1 and less than or equal to 2, so I graph it between. Is anyone not following that? And then Jeanette, what do I write for my interval notation? Nice. All right, let's put everything away, phones away, smartwatches away, please. Put them in our backpacks.